Silver silent night, holy nights. La di da di da di da, di dooby 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 da.
Bibbly bobbly wibbly wobbly, we dressed the reggae marching night. Passing through the starry sky with my friends who were taken to fly. His shout will bulging everywhere, rich with presents full of joy and delight. Where's the frown upon his face? Before he left he really wanted a Bibbly bobbly wibbly wobbly Santa Claus. Oh, sunshine, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever Review+Big Al Xmas Festive Spectacular. Known in some circuits, in some circles also, as a Shuffing Festive Plopper. So you stick around, you're in for a bloody right treat. I've got a right bloody line up for you. But basically we've done as, that were Bibbly Bobbly Wibbly Wobbly Santa, which was a Shuffing original, written by me Chuffing Zell. And obviously bloody Silent Night and all that chuffing shit. Right, we're going to have to go straight because we're doing two Chuffing Billsy reviews today. We're doing two festive chuffing classics. The first one we're going to be looking at for my birthday. My lady Big, Mrs. Big Al and I chuffing Charlie, the rest of the family, they bought me a chuffing smoker. What you can utilise to make like smoky old fashions and all that chuffing stuff. So, alright, let's move you into a different chuffing position. Get the old chuffing Christmas tree in there. We've got a glass we're going to put there. We've got a smoker. This one is by a company called, what's it say? S-I-N-L-P-U-A-M-E. You can get it off of Amazon. It comes with all the stuff. It's got like a filter there. Obviously, your chuffing smokes out. And it comes with different. We've got whiskey chuffing oak. We've got bloody cherry. We've got chuffing apple. We've got bloody chuffing hickory. But we're utilising today, only one I've not used so far, it's chuffing apple. We're going to go very traditional. We're going to use the whiskey oak. And as we open it up here, it's all done in chuffing real time. So if you hear any kind of belching or chuffing farting, you know, it's just what happens. So that inside you got all these fine chuffing oak chips. You put it so that it doesn't completely totally fill the spout, so that there's still some chuffing gaps. That way the smoke is more likely to end up in your drink, rather than blowing out it top like some kind of chuffing, frustrated chuffing smoke. One thing I've got to get, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to get myself a chuffing ice cube. Just bear with me. This is very much a live proceedings kind of chuffing thing today. So I'm going to find out which chuffing drawer I should in. Here we go. So hopefully we can get these bloody things out of here. Here we go. Let me send a chuffing ice cube here. Come here, you bloody thing. Frosted chuffing. There we go. Put that in there. Right, so we've got his ice. We've got the smoker. It's all kind of, we've got also, you better believe it. First time I used this, Charlotte, she got into chuffing fire brigade. And she hadn't come into the house while I used it because she didn't trust me. I don't know, I only ever set a house on fire once. And she just won't forget it. Right, we've got with this, as is quite traditional, we've got Buffalo Trace. Now this is used a lot in this kind of product for two reasons. Very, very reasonably chuffing priced, but also very, very nice chuffing bourbon. And we'll do a review on that. I don't think we've done a review on Buffalo Trace. I've had it numerous chuffing times of it, chuffing years. But we'll do a review on that at a later date. Also, I'm going to be utilising Canadian maple syrup. And also this one here, which is basically says the Bitter Truth, Jerry Thomas, own decanter, aromatic chuffing bitters. And it's got to a point now where I don't ultra like can. I'm going to measure it out. I'm going to do it bloody professional. I'm not going to guesstimate. I'm going to have to disappear off chuffing screen again, as is the way on these productions. Come back here. I've got basically, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a, what the hell is that? A 50 ml. And we've got a 25. What we're going to do is we're going to put the Buffalo Trace in. All the way to the bloody top. In she bloody pours. In she goes. Like that. Get that bloody pour in. Of it chuffing cubes there. There we go. Put the lid back on that bad boy. Get them out of bloody way. And then we've got our Canadian chuffing maple chuffing syrup, which we're going to put in about 15, 16, like 3/4 full. Put lid back down here. Get that poured in. Comes out, okay, viscosity of that chuffing seeds. And then just about 3 or 4 dashes of this stuff. It's not a 2, 3, we'll put 4 in. There we bloody go. Don't be bloody shy, it's chuffing Christmas. Put that down, I'm going to have to get up again to get chuffing spawn. Very, very professional. You know what I mean? This is why you watch, this is why my 45 subscribers tune in on a bloody regular basis to watch these chuffing, monumental chuffing productions. Because they're so chuffing slick. You know what I mean? Get a really good stir. Because you've got different kind of consistencies there. You've got a thinner bourbon, you've got that very, very kind of treacly, obviously, the Canadian maple syrup. It wants to be amalgamated in a chuffing professional chuffing way, you know what I mean? So we'll get that bung in there. Right, this is chuffing danger part now. Squeaky bum time, chuffing bumholes pouting like that. Bumhole looks like that now. I'm that chuffing nervous. I've dropped a bit of ash out as well. Right, here we go. Get me smoker. Keep your eyeballs bloody peeled on the chuffing magic. Let me just tilt that a little bit there. There we go. Try not to chuffing burn myself. Oh, and a little trick. When you first start your chuffing Bunsen burner up, basically, for all intensive purposes, don't have it facing your face, obviously, but also don't have it facing into there, otherwise you're going to shove a shitload of chuffing gas into your drink. It's going to make it taste chuffing horrible. So get it going, and then aim it in. And you can see now the smoke enveloping within the chuffing epicentre of that glass. And what they tend to chuffing advise is you leave it. Move this stuff out of the way now, because I can get you back up here now. Move that bloody maple syrup out of the bloody way. What they suggest is about 30 seconds to 1 minute. And I go in between, I go for about 45 seconds. So, to my mind, that is about 45 seconds now. So we'll take it, there we go. You watching? All that smoke chuffing dancing out of there. Look at that. I tell you, it's like a bloody spectacular, and it's like some bloody David bloody Copperfield that had done back in chuffing day, you know what I mean? And then you're just left with this beautiful thing. So, isn't it? You can smell the smoke straight away. It's a beautiful drink without the smoke. It's a very nice one, but you know, if you've got a bloody smoke, you get chuffing, you get utilised, you know what I mean? Get it smoked. Have a little bloody sip now. That is delicious. Now, when I first had one of these, the first time I ever had one of these was in the Alchemist. I think in Leeds, we went for somebody's bloody birthday or something. And we went to Alchemist, and I had these. They put massive, like, kind of cylindrical blocks of chuffing ice in it. And since I've had them in, I've only ever drunk these in Alchemist, I think. So, and this particular one I've got is one of the ones that they use. They use this particular setup. So, because my beautiful, beloved chuffing Charlotte knew I like this particular one, she's got me the basic setup for an Alchemist smoky old-fashioned. But you can do also, she's also got me some Disaronno, so I can turn it into like a kind of Godfather smoky old-fashioned. But we're going to be doing all sorts. These things last between, they reckon, 200 and 500 goes. If you look after them, you know what I mean? If you're just using them in house every blue moon, it's going to last you chuffing, best part chuffing 10 years. You know, probably the way I'm going through it, probably lasts me about chuffing 3 weeks. Because I'm on about 10 or 11 of these a chuffing day. You know what I mean? But for your normal household, it'll last a long time. Right, one last little sip of that. I'll explain flavours to you a little bit. It's rich, it's smooth, it's Moorish, it's nothing indulgent. You can still taste the bourbon, but you can taste that syrup in it as well, that maple, that Canadian maple chuffing syrup. And then that kind of almost like this stuff here, I'll show it so you can see it, this one here, which is Jerry Thomas aromatic bitters. It adds that very festive kind of spice to it. If you like it, put 5 or 6 in. I think 4 is beautiful. For my taste, it's beautiful, but that is an excellent chuffing drink. So, there's that one. I would seriously advise getting yourself one of these, if you can. Like I say, it comes with all these different tins. It comes with all the kind of metallic chuffing gauzes that you use. It comes with an extremely good burner. Very good burner. And you can't go wrong. It'll impress your friends, it'll impress your family, and you, at the end of the day, you're going to get a beautiful chuffing drink. Excellent. So that's the first kind of festive drink I want to do. Right, I've got here bits of trivia and random gems of wisdom I've picked up off the street internet, spider's web and various chuffing grannies. Now this is a few little facts I've picked up. I'm going to share them with you now. Right, apparently there's a dude called Chuffing Settle, says that a friend of his is turning 30 and he's all bent out of shape over it, and basically said, look, they say that life begins at 40, but they also say that 50 is the new 40. So if you look on the bright side, your mate's got about another chuffing 20 years of chuffing fanning around before his life even begins. So tell your friend not to chuffing worry. A lady called Brenda was telling some friends that she was getting lonely, she fancied having a chuffing pet. There's no wrong with that. It's a lonely time of year sometimes, Christmas. So this lady Brenda was telling her friend she fancied a pet, she was getting lonely. And she says that they told her to get a chuffing poinsettia. But she says, it was a bloody disaster. She said, first time I took it out for a walk, oak leaves and chuffing petals fell off. I think she's got she's got confused there. You know what I mean? There's something gone wrong there. A guy called Derek says he used to work with a fella called Arthur Moon. He was always bending over in front of me. He says, I spent half the day staring at his chuffing bum crack. Well, his name is Arthur Moon. The day makes chuffing sense. So he says he was tempted to go home and get his chuffing bicycle. And breaking news here, first ever, you're talking about going to get kind of liposuction or breast implants or breast reductions or facelifts. First ever, breaking news, first ever fish to have lip implants. It's gone to have a procedure to have its lips enhanced. And apparently it ended up with a chuffing right trout pow. It says, which was unfortunate because you're a chuffing halibut. So I always say, leave yourself as chuffing dates and intended. Obviously this chuffing bloody trout or whatever it was, this halibut, it was unhappy with how it looked. It tried to get its chuffing modifications and try and get itself boosted, and it's ruined its chuffing appearance now. Apparently all halibuts now, they stay well clear of it. And I think we've got one last thing here. Oh, talking of fish, apparently Ron Jeremy, the well-known chuffing adult star, he used to like fishing. Word has it, he used to spend most of the day with a chuffing right chub on. Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me. Right. Now we're going into completely different bloody territory here now. Oh, chuffing smoker right away. Woo! And we've got basically, have you ever heard of the old proverbial chuffing snowballs? Remember the old snowballs that you used to have? Utilising potentially something like this. A warning chuffing advocate and lemonade while you're watching Chuffing Flash Gordon on Christmas chuffing day. Your bum used to knock your chuffing one up. Well, basically, I'm not doing the kind of child-friendly chuffing version. This is basically how my mum makes snowballs. And I was hoping, more than just about anything else, that I was still going to be producing these chuffing whiskey reviews and boozy reviews at Christmas time, because I've been wanting to do this for chuffing bumps. So basically what you do, this is how my mum makes them. And I'll tell you a little bit more information as we go on. I don't want to say so much so chuffing soon. So you get yourself a glass, tall chuffing tumbler like this. You put, oh, the bloody place today. I'm spending too much time thinking about chuffing Santa. And I'm still recovering from my bailinitis, so I'm doing myself a right chuffing lot of good with all this shit, aren't I? Right, so give it a chuffing mix first. You get your glass like that. Pour it in. In she chuffing goes, in she goes. And I'd take it to about an inch or just over an inch like that. So don't be shy with it, because that's where your predominant flavour is going to chuff and come from. And then basically what my mum does is she gets chuffing brandy. Now, we don't have to be a cognac or all like that, because you're not drinking it neat. You're not bloody sat by bloody fireside in your chuffing dressing gown, bloody warming up a glass of chuffing cognac. You're bunging it in a chuffing snowball where it's going to get drowned out by chuffing advocaat and other chuffing shite. So just get yourself a decent one. And what you want to chuffing do is basically pour in about half an inch. Like that. Give it a good chuffing dabble like that. Give it a bloody stir. Because again, you've got two very different kind of levels of viscosity there. It's like a bloody cut. It looks like something you'd shove over a bloody mince pie, doesn't it? I might try it this Christmas over a chuffing mince pie. It might be a chuffing right royal treat. That little chuffing. Mother's chuffing medicine, you know what I mean? Right, I'm going to have to get a bottle opener here. Just bear with me, because there's one final chuffing ingredient before we get chuffing tucked in. Okay, sunshines. Here we bloody go. Right, where are you? Now, how about that for a chuffing beer opener? You're talking serious chuffing. This was off my mum and dad. My dad, you know, my dad passed, bless him. Love you, big Archibald. But basically, this is quite a few members of the family who got these. Brass, beautiful, double-sided, so it don't matter if it's going that way or that way. It looks super chuffing cool. And what we have got, ladies and gentlemen, is when I tear it out of this bloody packaging, it's been a chuffing right episode, hasn't it? It's been more like kind of disassembling stuff and getting stuff out than chuffing talking and doing out, hasn't it? Secret ingredient chuffing baby sham. Now, these are quite difficult to get your hands on. But our corner shop, our local chuffing shop near me, he does these. He gets these in special for me chuffing mum. Because he knows where his chuffing bread's buttered. You don't accept me chuffing mum. Otherwise, you'll be coming back causing chuffing chaos in your chuffing aisles. Alright, so take the old chuffing lid off. And what we basically want to do is use about half a chuffing bottle of this. So you pour it in. Just have a look. A little bit more. And that'll do you. We can put lid back on. And then you save it for next chuffing snowball, you know what I mean? Next time you feel like it. Like I said, oh, this is what I was going to say. So just imagine, it's got about chuffing, best part 2 inches of chuffing advocaat in it. It's got probably a double shot of chuffing brandy in it, and half a bottle, beautiful, half a bottle of flaming bloody baby sham in it. And my mum on Christmas Day, she don't cook Christmas dinner as often as she should, because life evolves and life changes and things, and more often than not now, she gets invited to for people. But Mum, I love you, babe. I appreciate all you've done for me over the years. I just want you to know that. I love you, sweetheart. Always have, always will, all right? But me and my mum, and we go to other people's houses, or I'll have her around here. So very rarely now does she cook a chuffing Christmas dinner. But back in chuffing day, when we were bloody kids were at home and my dad were knocking about, bless him, and all that kind of stuff, she used to have about chuffing 2 or 3 years. While she's supping and chuffing, while she's cooking bloody Christmas dinner. One year, talking of festive ploppers, one year she was cooking this bloody Christmas dinner. And it took her chuffing hours. You know what it's like. You don't appreciate until you get to an adult how much effort goes into these chuffing Christmas dinner. And she basically produces right chuffing feast. And it was a turkey. She took it out of home, she's bringing it over to the table. Somebody, I don't know if it was me or ask you, me or wrong, somebody left some chuffing trainers out. She bloody trips over these trainers. Chuffing turkey comes flying off her bloody silver trellis. Ends up in, of all places, ends up in chuffing calculator tray right next to it. Chuffing gigantic, chuffing freshly, chuffing dumped turd. You know what I mean? About 3 or 4 inches away. She's chuffing, she's like rubbing bloody calculator off and running it under the chuffing tap. Scott straight away, bro, he says, I'll have a slice of toast. I soft here, we're alright, bloody hell. Bit bloody cat shy, never chuffing at anybody. Anyway. Cheers, Mum, cheers. All my chuffing subscribers, all my friends, all my family, all my loved ones, even people I can't chuffing stand, even those people I get around me chuffing royal chuffing tits. Merry chuffing Christmas. Right, I'll have a chuffing sipper. You don't get more festive than this. In my chuffing red chuffing trilby, brought specially for this chuffing occasion, my chuffing red shirt, looking all like one of Santa Claus's little chuffing helpers. Merry Christmas. Now that you're a chuffing snowball. You can say you're chuffing apricot, a lemonade, and shove it where chuffing sun don't shine. Right up chuffing chocolate starfish. That's chuffing beautiful. Merry chuffing Christmas. Right. Well, I suppose I best explain flavour too, hadn't I? You need to make sure, because you're attacking it, you're assaulting it not with lemonade or anything so beige, vanilla or chuffing bland. You're assaulting it with chuffing baby jam, which is like a kind of pear chuffing cider basically, sparkling wine type thing, and chuffing brandy. So you need to make sure you put plenty of chuffing apricot in it to maintain that luxurious, silky, custardy, eggy kind of chuffing vibe. But it's a beautiful chuffing drink. But my mum used to have 2 or 3 of these and then chuffing cook Christmas dinners, chuffing beyond me. Have a chuffing great Christmas, a great New Year, a great day and a great chuffing life, and I'll chuffing catch you. So there could be another special coming on in a bit with chuffing Big Rob, or Big Rob might have already been on, because I don't know where I'm shoving this chuffing programme out. But I'll be chuffing great time, and I'll chuffing catch you later. Love you all. Peace. Silent night, silent night. See you later, sunshine.